Hey guys, welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far today. Let's get into our email. Let's see what we have. Let's see. Let's do a fix. Here's a fix right here. It says, Hiya! Can't believe my PC broke. Can you have a look at it for me? I have no idea what's wrong. I dropped it on the floor. Has the CPU broken or something? I'm not sure that would break a CPU, but hey, whatever. My brother has Intel in his PC. He says they are the best. If you can, I'd love some plastic blue cables in there. Regards, Azuka Moss. So budget of $1,750 to diagnose and fix. Let's see, an i9 9960X. That's possibly what's broken. So yeah, I think those are fairly expensive. Let's go ahead. Let's accept that one and we will diagnose that when it comes in. Let's see, let's do this build. It says, I hear you work with computers. I'm after a new rig. Can you build something good? The CPU needs to be cooled with a custom water cooling loop. The CPU can definitely hit 4488 megahertz. Can you overclock it for me? You've got to get it done in 4 days. I'm a total EK fanboy. Don't try and pass off any used parts. I want all new stuff. I look forward to hearing back from you, Noel. So budget of $4,750 to install custom water cooling for the CPU and also overclock the CPU to 4,488 megahertz. Pretty sure we can make that happen. Let's go ahead and accept that one. All right, I'm going to get the shop open. I'm going to get the custom water cooling shop open. I'm going to step away. I'm going to get some parts put in both of these shopping carts, and I will be right back. All right, for this water-cooled build, we're going to go with a Gigabyte X399 Designair EX motherboard, a Ryzen Threadripper 2950X, 4 sticks of Team Group T-Force Extreme 8GB 3600 MHz, an AMD Radeon RX 5700 XT, 3TB hard drive, a 2TB M.2 drive, 850-watt Corsair power supply. We're going to put that in the Corsair Crystal Series 570X RGB. As for the water cooling parts, we're going to go EK everything. We've got an EK CPU block, an EK reservoir, an EK 240 and a 360 millimeter radiator. All of those are RGB, so we're going to have some RGB in this build. Let's go ahead and buy all of this for next day delivery. Let's get all of this for next day delivery. We will figure out this. Where's the fix? It's in transit. Excellent. We'll figure that out, what we need for it, when it comes in. But let's end our day. We can get in all of our parts and our repair, and we can get to work. All right. Here's all our stuff for our build. Let's grab this fix. It looks fairly clean. Doesn't look super dusty. Let's grab our case for the build. We'll get that put over here, and let's grab our post-it note. Get that put on the workbench. Let's take a look at this build. I think this one... Whoa, that's a little glitchy down there when I rotate. Okay, let's see. I think this one, they were saying the CPU might have crapped. So let's get the CPU cooler out of the way. We'll pull this CPU out. We will see if this thing is the culprit. Let's take a look here. A CPU fits this PC. It is broken. So we need an i9 9960X. Let's go order one of those. Let's see. What am I looking for? Processors. The 9960X. Let's add that to the cart. And then they said they wanted blue cables, but I don't know how you do that with a non-modular power supply. At least in this game, plastic blue cables. Interesting. Interesting. Let's do same-day delivery on this. Let's go ahead. Let's buy it now. Let's stick that new CPU. Sell off that broken one. Let's stick the new one in here. Let's see if this fixes their problems. Are there any cables in this thing that can be upgraded to blue? I think they've already got the one blue cable. Huh. That is interesting. Let's get some thermal paste on the CPU and let's grab their cooler. Oh, their cooler's broken. Their cooler's broken. Well, dang. Do we have another one of those? Let's see. Don't know that I don't. I don't. So we're going to have to order one of these. The Ryzen Tech Delos. Well, that's going to cost me $100. Well, let's go ahead and get that delivered. That's my bad. I should have checked that. That was totally my fault. All right, let's grab the new cooler here. Let's get rid of that broken one. I don't need that clogging up the inventory. Let's cable this up. Let's see if it powers on. I'm going to hop into the BIOS real quick. Just check everything out. Turn XMP on for them. Is that the only storage they have? It sure is. I'm going to go ahead and let this restart. There we go. There we go. We're probably going to take a hit, at least for a star, for not putting in blue cables, but there's nowhere to put blue cable. They've already got the one, so I don't really know unless we put in a whole new power supply, which they didn't ask for. So let's get this put back together, and I'm going to stick it out in the hallway and get to work on this build. I'm just going to take this case completely apart. All these fans need to go. Actually, I think we're going to put one in the back of the case, maybe, because there's no fan back there. Get that side off the top. There we go. There we go. All right, let's start. Let's start with the motherboard. We've got the Gigabyte X399 Designair EX. We'll go ahead and get that installed. There we go. Let's get this thing ready for CPU and RAM. Putting in 4 sticks of RAM. Let's grab the CPU first. We've got the Threadripper 2950X. We'll get that installed. And then we've got 4 sticks of this Team Group 8 gig 3600 megahertz RAM. So we will go ahead and get those installed. There we go. There we go. Let's get these out of the way because we need to put our graphics card in. But before we do that, let's go back up here to our tools and software. We will get some thermal paste. Let's hop over here to the custom water cooling section. Let's grab our CPU block. We've got the EK RGB CPU block. There we go. All right, let's get some storage next. Let's get some storage. Where's storage? Storage. Storage. Let's grab our NVMe drive. We will go ahead and get that installed here. It's 2 terabytes, and it's from Gigabyte. We'll also come around to this side of the case. I want to go ahead and put in the 3 terabyte Seagate Barracuda. And while we're on this side of the case, let's go ahead and grab our power supply. We've got this 850 watt Corsair. We'll get that put in here. Next, let's grab one of these case fans that was in the front. We will put it here in the back of the case. And then we need to start grabbing some custom water cooling parts. We've got 2 radiators going in. We've got a 360 going in the front here. There we go. And then a 240 going up here in the top. We'll go ahead and get that mounted. Very nice. Then we need to grab our reservoir. We've got the EK140 Revo RGB. That's going to go right here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right, let's go back to our parts. Let's get our graphics card. We've got the Radeon RX 5700 XT. There we go. And I think we're ready to start cabling and piping this thing. So let's cable it up first. Let's cable it up first. Let's do something with some red in it. Let's see, maybe this red and black striped. See how that looks. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that. Let's get everything cabled up. And then we need to get everything piped. Missing cables. There we go. Fix the cable. Why did it plug in like that? That's tacky. It came up, went around, and then back in front of the fan when it could have just draped back there. All right, let's get some tubing. I do want to do red rigid, and then let's do red fittings. I think that will go nicely with all the red that's in this. So let's see, where's our out port? That looks like it says out there. Whoa. So let's run from there. We're going to run up here to this radiator. There we go. There we go. Let's see how we can make this maybe look a little bit nicer. Don't know. Let's see. If we do something like this, I can work with that. Let's go ahead and accept that one. Then we're going to run out of this radiator. We're going to run into this radiator. So let's drop this down a bit. Whoa. There we go. And we'll make this side match. Let's clean it up a bit. All right, I think I can live with that. That took way too long. Let's go ahead and accept that one. Then we're going to run out of here. And which one of these is in? Does it say? Does it matter? Well, let's see. I'm going to run into the top one. I don't know that it really matters all that much. See if we can't make this somewhat straight. All right, there we go. I can live with that. And then we're going to run from this down here to the reservoir. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what has it done? What has it done? This is going to take a minute, so I'm going to step away. I'm going to get this piece of tubing all straightened out, and I will be right back. All right, I think I can live with that. So let's go ahead and accept that. Then we need to get some coolant in. I'm going to do some red opaque. Not that it's really going to matter, since these tubes are already red, and I'm probably going to go ahead and make all the lighting red. But, you know, I may as well make everything red. So while that's running through, I'm going to get some parts put back on this case. So let's get this grid. This goes on top. Let's get this grid. We can get the top panel. Go ahead and install that. And the front panel. Let's see, then we'll get the side panel put on. We may as well go ahead and put all the panels on this thing, because I don't think we're going to need to get back in it for any reason. There we go. There we go. Let's grab a USB drive. Go ahead and get that, and we do still need to overclock this, but let's go ahead and power it on. Hop into the BIOS. We need to overclock this to 4488. So let's just go up to 1.55 volts. See if we can get this to... It's not going to do a 4488. It's going to do a 4469 or 4494. So we'll probably just go for the 4494, hopefully. Hopefully. Well, let's go ahead and up this RAM speed as well. It was 3600 megahertz RAM. It should be able to do 3636. Maybe we'll up this to 1.4 volts. Make sure we're booting from the right drive. Let's go ahead and apply these changes and let this thing boot up. All right. So it's saying it's done, but I don't think it's done. I'm going to add the lighting app. I also want to add OCCT because I want to do a quick run with it and just make sure everything's stable. Because if it's not stable, we're just going to lose stars. No point in losing stars unless you need to. Alright, so first things first, let's select everything. Let's make it all red. There we go. Static, apply. All red AMD build. Alright, let's get OCCT running. We're just going to do an automatic test. Our temperature looks just fine. Let's go ahead and run a test. Let's make sure that the RAM's stable and everything's stable. This thing doesn't overheat or cause any kind of crash. I mean, right now the CPU's hitting 58C, no biggie. I'm pretty sure we are stable here. There we go, test done. It's going into the monitoring state. So we are perfectly fine. Let's take a look at this thing. Let's get rid of the UI. I think it turned out really nice. Thing's running ice cold, 26 degrees, 27, 20, it's bouncing between 26 and 27. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Well, hopefully the customer likes it. Let's get it put out in the hallway. We can collect some money. Let's get this out of the way. All right, so we've got our fix here. Let's collect that. 4 stars. I had no idea what was wrong with my PC, but they fixed it, and I'll come back again. Excellent. Excellent. All right, where is the build? There it is. Well, let's collect that. 5 stars. I'm really happy with the new PC. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, this expired. Let's get rid of that too. Perfect. We got more emails for more episodes. Let's check out daily deals. Is there anything can't live without? I can definitely live without this $4,000 PC. That is not a good deal. 2% off. No thanks. But that i3-8350K, I actually kind of like putting those into builds sometimes. Let's hop into PC Bay real fast. Let's get this 8350K for 65 bucks. That is not a bad deal. That is not a bad deal at all. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified as soon as a video goes live. Also, if you want to help support the channel, I've got a link to my Patreon down in the description. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Be sure to wash your hands, and I will see you in the next episode.